All right. Well, the news broke today that the man with me right now, Sadibou Sy, is going to be joining the PFL tournament middleweight this season. How we doing, Sadibou?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. How are you doing, Dick?
Great, man. And like I said, the news broke today. You're entering the tournament middleweight, not light heavyweight. Why are we going back down?
Uh, to be honest, so I started my MMA, I would say my PFL career in middleweight,
Hmm.
2018. They removed the middleweight division, and I wasn't a big middleweight, so I went down to welterweight, right? And with times, age, whatever, just harder to make that weight, and it became basically impossible for me to make that way without it affecting my performance. So I had to choose. Do I want to try to go to welterweight? Do I want to go up to light heavyweight, even though I'm not a light heavyweight? So I tried it last year, and um, now when the middleweight division got back, I didn't have to like it wasn't a question of why. It's just the perfect weight class for me.
And it's interesting because it's not that new a weight class. Silveira's coming down, Impa Kasanganay's coming down, so you have familiar faces in your
Yeah,
bracket. What are your
yeah.
thoughts on them moving down as well?
It's not surprising. It's not surprising. Big, just because PFL says PFL didn't have a middleweight division, there were some guys in the light heavyweight division and also some guys in the welterweight division that would actually
They could have
prefer.
done either, yeah.
100%. So it's not surprising at all.
Do you have an opponent book currently?
I'm waiting to get everything confirmed. So I don't want to say anything and then
No,
yeah.
I understand. I understand. I asked because I assume the Josh Silveira rematch is one that you're maybe interested in, yes?
Oh yeah, of course. That's probably gonna be something. But I can tell you that as of what I know right now, it's not the name that I'm booked for. But I don't wanna, like I said, I wanna wait until PFL goes out with everything because I'll tell you this: these last couple of months, there's been so many things. So I just want to wait and see, so we don't break news and then have to retract and whatnot.
Well, I talked to a couple guys this week, and I think hopefully this week they're going to be making some announcements. So
Yeah, I
very
think
excited to see who that could be. But just based on your bracket, I mean, who in a perfect world, maybe even just for the fight you want, who would you like to see in the finals?
in the finals is
Yeah, yeah.
that's a good one. The thing is, I would say probably Impa because like I really like Impa and like whenever I meet his family, like his mom and dad comes out, like they're great people. So just because that would like both of us need to win two fights to get there, and I always want to wish him well, basically.
I love the camaraderie, it doesn't always have to be straight beef between fighters. So
We're gonna fight soon as the cage start, like the cage doors closes. We're gonna fight, so I don't have to hate you to be able to, right? You see what I'm saying? So yeah.
and just ahead of all the brackets dropping and all this, there's been some news with PFL and fighters and contract issues and yada yada yada. I mean, like, what are your thoughts on all this? I know, like, have you had to experience any of this with negotiations or anything?
To be honest, I'm so thankful because I would say from the last quarter of last year and the beginning of this year, it was a lot of uncertainties and a lot of like we didn't know as the fighter. I should speak for myself. I didn't know exactly when I would fight, how we would look, if what weight class. Like I didn't have everything set right. So for me, being able to not only know that okay, I'm gonna be in this tournament, but also in the weight that I prefer, and like no negotiation issues for me. It's like for me it was very seamless, and I've seen it and I've heard about it as well. The things that you've been talking about, and I've seen some guys. That have left or been let go, whatever you want to call it, right? So it's been uh, I would say some growing pains in terms of after the PFL acquiring Bellator. But I truly think that we are on the right track again. And on paper, I would say that I prefer where PFL is this year, like today, than it was 1 year ago in terms of like how the format looks and all of that. So I'm just hoping that it keeps going.
And something changing with the format is elbows, my man. How do you feel about that? You like that? You excited to throw some bows?
Oh yes. I love it. Like both elbows and 185.
Perfect.
And it's gonna be so. I also one major thing is the whole format. Instead of 4 fights, 2 regular season fights, now it's win or go home. Quarterfinals, semifinal, finals. So there's no point system. You don't have to think about, okay, I need an early stoppage, I need this, I need that. Like you have everything in your own hands, which I actually I would say you do in a sense as well in the previous format, because if you win 2 fights, you're probably gonna move on, right? But like it doesn't matter when you're winning. The bracket is set. So
a win's a win.
Yeah, a win is a win. So for me, it makes it a little bit it simplifies that a little bit, I should say.
Dude, and like I don't know. I'm all sweaty right now. I literally just got back from jiu-jitsu. But like what I'm saying is I can't imagine going into a fight and be like, I gotta get like a win's one thing. I gotta go in there and get a finish. Like, was that pressure just overwhelming sometimes? It's not like basketball. Like I gotta go get a 3-pointer. No, I gotta go knock this dude out. That's insane.
Yeah. That happened to me 2 times. 2 times that I actually remember. For the first year, and for the second fight, I needed a finish. I got a finish in the first round to go through, and for this year, going into the fight, I not only needed a fast finish, like a first round, first minute, whatever, to put in the best position, but I also needed the other fights to go certain ways, right?
Dude.
Yeah. So it was just hard, and then so we were like, okay, me and my coaches, the coaching staff, we came up with like okay, the first minute we're just gonna go broke, and then if it doesn't work, it not matter. Then we just go back to the regular game plan, right?
Yeah.
4 hours before the fight, I got a change of opponents.
Oh Jesus,
yeah,
that's
on
ridiculous.
Fight night, when I was doing my shake off on fight day morning, maybe around 11, 12, I got the news that my opponent pulled out, so I got a new opponent. So that, and I went from a maybe 6'3" southpaw striker grappler to a ortho 6-foot wrestler. I was like,
oh, it's horrible. That's horrible, man.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, adversity, right? You just got to adjust on the fly sometimes. And it seems like it's worked out to this point for you, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Are you in Vegas right now at Xtreme Couture?
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't need to speak about Xtreme Couture, one of the best gyms in the entire world. We all know that. I'm just curious, though. Right now, my man Roman Dolidze, he's got a big fight coming up in a couple weeks. You guys are same size-ish. Do you guys train together a lot, you and Roman?
Oh, yeah. We do. He's facing Marvin Vittori. Second fight, I believe, for them.
The rematch.
Yeah. So Roman is out here and working as well, and So we have so many guys, middleweight, light heavyweights,
Strickland.
Yeah. Brad Tavares, Chris Curtis, Brian Battle is out here now. Ty. I don't want to there's 10 guys that I'm not going to name now. So I'm sorry if
more than 10. It's an incredible gym, right?
Yeah, it is.
And I mean, I guess like just with the intensity, right? Of Sean gearing up for the title fight, Marvin with this fight, you have fights coming up. Everybody in the gym's got to fight. Like, what is it like when everything is going at once and everybody's training at once for something big?
The energy in the room sometimes, especially when a lot of guys have fights, you could just feel the energy in the room. Like there's a certain I don't know how to put the right
intensity or something.
Yeah. And we feed off each other, to be honest. We really do. Sometimes I come into the gym and I'm like, oh damn, I really today is just a hard day, right? And I see someone else, they're just like working on their craft, chasing their dreams, and I'm like, oh, screw it, let's go. So we just feed off each other in that sense, and also with the knowledge. We help each other a lot. I believe that we truly trying to be there for one another, but also since it's not a team sport in terms of, yeah, it's gonna be five guys like basketball that's gonna compete together, or do a match together, right? So I still have to have my team within the team, if that makes sense, to be able to, okay, I'm fighting at this specific date, and I'm fighting this specific guy, so we need this look for, so it's so, but I believe that the format and the concept that we have in the gym, in terms of it allows us to actually have that, like, be on the practices, but also doing our own thing within the practice.
And when you and somebody like Sean Strickland go at it and spar,
Yeah.
what does that look like? Because from my perspective, you have much more of a zen, pick your shot style, and
Yeah.
Strickland's just going to put his hands in that Philly shell and walk forward. So, like, do your sparring rounds represent that at all? Is that indicative of that?
Yeah, it does. But the funny thing is, both of us, we've sparred so much over the last years now. So we both like are trying to sometimes go a little bit outside the box to shock the
Yeah,
other guy, to surprise the other guy. So it's fun. We're both learning, and the good thing with both me and Sean is we can go hard, high pace, high volume, high everything, but we never worried about getting injured, or like, because like neither of us are throwing stupid shit, if that makes
right.
sense, to try to injure the other guy. So we're just getting great work together and getting better together, I guess.
And just working with all these, UFC guys, like
Yeah.
obviously your focus is PFL in the upcoming season, but do you see yourself maybe someday fighting over there?
To be honest, I've been asked this
I
like
figured,
probably the
yeah.
last 5 years, right? And my answer is always the same. Like right now, I'm blessed. I'm in a position that I'm very happy about, and PFL has been amazingly nice to me. And right now, my focus is PFL, and I hope that I'm gonna be able to stay with PFL for the rest of my career. But what I know is that I'm fighting for PFL this year. That's the only thing that I do know and that I have on the contract. Then it's all up to the man above, I guess.
Yeah, man. Do me a favor though, the fan in me, just entertain
Yeah.
the fan in me. If
Yeah.
there's one, I say UFC fighter, but maybe even outside of it, any combat athlete, whatever. If there's one fight you could get that you think would entertain the fans the most, who do you think it would be?
I'm gonna do a wrestling match against Jordan Burroughs.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming. Okay.
I
Why? What
had to throw
inspires
you a
that?
curveball.
That's a curveball and a half. Why? What
Yes,
inspires that?
because challenge,
That's a challenge, all right.
challenge. Also, if I were to take him down, could you imagine the whole wrestling world be like,
You got to wear the Khabib hat then, man.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
All right, I might have to, clip that up, put it out there, try to get somebody to make that happen. I think everybody's buying that one, bro.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it, man.
Good.
Sadibou, before I get you out of here, I got one fun question. What's your favorite Denzel Washington movie?
Oh, that's almost like you asking me, "Oh, what's your favorite Bob Marley song?"
Yeah,
It's
that's tough. See, Denzel for me, remember the Titans. That's easy, but Bob Marley, I'd have to think
it's
about it a lot.
not it's not that easy. It's not that
I'm
easy.
not a big a fan as you, though. That's not my nickname.
Raining day, like
Training Day is good too. Oof, oof.
raw, raw. Like there's like it's too many. It's too like I could tell you 10 movies that is like, oh my god. So yeah, I wouldn't want to pick one over the other.
What about a worst? Is there a worst Denzel Washington movie?
Mm, no, no, no.
They're all good.
They're all good. They're all good. They're all good. I wouldn't say that they're all like. I wouldn't say that they're all great, but they're all good. 100%.
Dude, if he's your guy and you can watch any Denzel movie, I get it. We all got someone like that.
100%. 100%.
Tarantino, there's no
Oh,
bad Tarantino. I'll watch Tarantino all day.
Yeah, Tarantino is one of those guys where you're like, you're sitting with him, talking with him, and he says stuff, and this is just what I assume, and you would be like, yeah, it makes sense you saying that because I've seen your movies.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? Like it feels like he would be like, yeah, well, I went to a coffee and then I just saw someone blow their head out. I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's
He's a
that feels
wild dude, man.
right.
But his
It just
movies,
feels like it. Yeah,
movies are so
he's
good.
amazing. He's
Yeah, man.
amazing, amazing.
Well, hey, man. Again, thank you for the time. Before I get you out of here, you got
Oh,
fans all over the world. Anything you'd like to say to everybody?
bro, tune in this year. I'm finally back in middleweight, and another guy asked me if I've heard Roy Jones. You all must have forgot, and that's a little bit of the theme, I guess, in terms of me coming back to middleweight division.
Y'all must have forgot. Stay tuned for a big fight announcement coming soon. Sadibou Sy, thank you so much, my man.
I
And
appreciate
kick
you.
kick some ass when it comes, all right?
You already know. You already know. Take care. All right. Thank you for your time.